like a full stack now. Today we'll learn something about full stack. That is with Thymeleaf. Uh, so what is full stack, right? Uh, Full stack is nothing but it's a cross-platform of front end, back end. I mean, there can be any reason, any meaning actually, but in general, actually, if somebody asks you like a full stack, most of the time the meaning is it's a developer with uh, front end and back end technologies. So how in organization, how in olden days actually, or how it will be like. So there are different roles in the organization. This guy, let's say, let's say this is developer. Again, backend developer, you can say that. This is development team. This is backend developer. I mean, it's backend developer, and there might be another front end developer. Front end developer. So this guy is more responsible of creating the front end applications like a HTML, JavaScript, and all. Front end is what is nothing but, so you hit Zoom, right? For example, you hit Zoom. What it is showing it. This is what the front end. Any web applications are front end. Okay. Back end is actually what you developed yesterday. This is back end. Okay. And now, apart from these two guys, we also have like a many people within the team. Uh, so we have quality engineers. Quality engineers. So these are, what are these people? These people will test the application. Okay, you developed actually, for example, yesterday we developed a RESTful API, right? Like, okay, so your requirement says that, okay, whenever actually course list comes, uh, right, it should return these 4 courses. Your requirement says that, okay, it should return 4 courses when you hit this one. So you developed it. But when you develop, it's not actually end of the story. You need to be, your work need to be certified. uh, it's like a reviewer or quality engineer, whatever it is, your work need to be certified. That's where actually a testing team will come. What they will do, they will not interfere in any of your code. Okay, what they will do, they will manually verify. They will take this, okay, endpoint. They will never touch this IDE. They have like a Excel or something actually where they can use it. They will go this one. They will hit this one. Okay, is it coming or not? Is it expected output is coming or not? Okay, test case is passed. That's what they will do it. So that's QA. Apart from that, again, we still have Scrum Master. What he or she do? Okay, in I mean, I'm just telling you what is Scrum Master, and we also have product owner. Okay, product owner we have, scrum master we have. These are actually the people who leads the team. Okay, product owner or business analyst. Product owner or business analyst, actually what he will do, right? He will write, he will tell you like what you need to do it. That's called actually a story. He will create a story. So he will create a story. I mean, I'm just explaining the agile story. What is story? A story consists of uh, a specific functionality or a specific requirement. For example, now actually you are going to, this is my requirement, login. Okay. For this one, what he will do, he will ask actually to, he will tell that, okay, my requirement is you need to implement a login API. Okay. And if username, password, both are same thing, you need to return login successful, or else actually a failure message. This is what actually he will write it. He will tell you that's what actually, this is my requirement. This guy will tell you that as a story. He is a more like a storyteller or story writer. Next, right, this will go to, uh, he will just write it, and you have actually within your team, let's say, let's say you have uh, this guy will calculate velocity, team velocity, team velocity. I'm just giving you high level. You will be learning a low level sooner actually. Team velocity. So the Scrum Master will calculate team velocity. How? Actually, generally, right? If it's a work will be uh, actually calculated in 2 weeks, like a two. I mean, it's not like a 2 weeks, but standards. Most of companies will follow like a 2 week sprint. Most of the field, like agile, we are talking about agile, and most of the companies will follow 2 week sprint. Some companies will follow 3 weeks, some companies follow 1 week, some companies follow 4 months. Every company is different, but most of the time 2 weeks sprint. So 2 week sprint is what is, right? Whatever the work, right? Let's say actually you need to develop a big uh, giant application. They will plan the work in 2 weeks. In 2 weeks, actually, you need to complete that development, like breaking that work. They will break the work for 2 weeks, and they will work, and again they will break it, the rest of work, and they will only take 2 weeks of work and test it, and then actually move to the next work. Uh, so that's what agile. Okay, what these guys do, product owner will actually write story, right? He will also give priorities to each story. Okay, this is my uh, priority one story. Okay, this is my priority one story. That means actually it's a high priority or low priority. Like something actually he will prioritize what needs to take first, because it's a 2 week sprint, right? He may write like a he may be keep writing the stories and explaining you what the story it is. But as a developer, right, you are allowed, generally, right, you will be working up to 8 hours in a day. Team member, right? Members will work 8 hours in a day. And if you have how many hours? 8 hours in a day, and 8 hours. And how many weeks we have in a sorry, where it? Yeah, how many weeks? How many days we have in a week?
7. But
7.
we
Yeah, work days are only 5.
5 days.
Okay, so it's like a
40 hours.
per week. Per week it's a 40 hours. Okay, per 2 weeks actually it's 2 weeks sprint, right? So 80 hours. So 80 hours. How many team members? Again, team members. One team member 80 hours. Two team members it's 160 hours. So it's like a now actually it's like 4 team members are there. So it's a 320 hours. 320 hours of work actually we can take it in this sprint. Approximately 320 hours of work. Okay. That's where actually this Scrum Master will come. Okay. For example, this coming Monday is Diwali holiday. So that means actually 32 hours minus 320 minus 32. So which will be like a 290 or 288 hours or something, right? So he will come and say that, okay, we have holiday. We can't actually take 320 hours of work this week. So we have 388 hours of work hours, and you prioritize actually. Let's say based on 320 hours, he might have created like a 12 stories, distributing all across the team, 12 stories. Now this guy will say, no, 12 stories is a big problem because one day we have holiday. So you prioritize the stories for 10. You give 10 stories, whatever you want. So he will reprioritize all the stories, and he will actually put that in 10 stories. 10 stories actually will put in the sprint. So now this is what going to happen. Your Scrum Master let's say person 1, okay, he will assign story 1, story 4. E2, he will assign S2, S3. Likewise, actually, he will distribute the work, or actually you, based on your skill sets and everything, you can take up the work. This assigning part is actually called planning. This stories assigning part is called planning. What story, who will do it, that's called actually sprint planning. Planning, or also you can call like a sprint planning. Okay. Once this planning is completed, you will be assigned like a, for example, front-end developer S1. So you will you will come up with a design, code, test, and you will push the code. Once you test the code, you will push the code to GitHub or wherever the source code repository. And then here there is one more invisible person, may not be part of your team. May not be part of your team, but he is part of invisibly or logically part of your team called DevOps. What these will do? Okay, you put in a GitHub repository, right? So this is you developed actually what you this story actually came to you. Okay, you story and actually you made this a code. This is code. You developed code. You tested, and this guy goes to version control system VCS, right? This guy goes there, and okay, we drop here, and from here actually we set up pipelines like a where we need to put like a uh, we set up pipelines like a CI/CD. You can say that. Okay, CI/CD. What it does, it just builds like a, whatever we did Maven build and all, right? Whatever we are running it manually here, instead of running in your local, it actually pushes to a environment and then deploys it. That's called like CI/CD, continuous integration and continuous deployment. This DevOps guy is responsible to create that one. Right. So, okay. Now you say that, okay, I also verified in environment and you assign to this guy, quality engineer. Quality engineer will test it, again, re-verify and say that, okay, yeah, this code is good. And he will send back this story to product owner. Okay. With proofs, whatever he tested it with proofs. Okay. Now product owner, what he will do, he will verify if this guy is really tested or not. If that guy is really tested, right? So he, okay, if everything is good, then what he will do? He will close this story. He will close the story. And here actually the packaged already there and story is closed. Story turned into code and code is already in environment and it will close it. Likewise, actually, you need to close all the 10 stories within the sprint. Now, coming back to our original discussion, front end and back end. What is front end today? Right? In front end technologies today, we have HTML, which stands for Hypertext Markup Language. Okay. Also, we today we have Bootstrap. This is actually one of the framework again in the Bootstrap. Ajax. Ajax is like a asynchronous communication. Ajax. jQuery. So these are all actually JavaScript. Sorry, I forgot JavaScript. JavaScript. Okay. TypeScript. Again, TypeScript, we have Angular or React, two forms. Likewise, actually, you name it, actually, there are many front-end tools available to develop the front-end applications. Back-end, what we have? We have Java, C Sharp, Python. Yeah, we have many other actually, anything actually you can develop it. So we have this one also. Again, within the JVM specific languages like it, Groovy, Kotlin, Ruby on Rails. Likewise, actually, we have Java based on top of Java. Again, these are languages. These are not like a C Sharp or C or anything. On top of Java, they run it. Customized version of Java, you can, at this time, you can say that. Okay. So likewise, actually, we have everything. Again, quality engineers, what they have, like they have Excel, they have Jira. Of course, we will be using Jira as well. DevOps, like a Jenkins, where they can use the pipelines. Scrum Master more like he's Excel guy. Product owner again, he will write in like a wiki pages and all, right? He will write them either wiki or Confluence, like where actually will write it. This will be like a your typical work environment. These many people you will be talking on a day-to-day basis. I mean daily basis. Okay. Now coming back to what is full stack. Full stack. So there is a problem in this approach, right? Uh, why it's a demand is growing for full stack is like a it's it's always good to have a specialized person on one tool. Like let's say you are asked to learn one book, right? You can easily become like a proficient after a month or two. Okay, but you are asked, okay, that's not limited, right? It's a new book is coming after 2 months. Actually, a new book is coming. Again, you learned it. Again, a new book is coming. So what happens? Your proficiency level, right, will reduce it. How many things actually you can learn it, right? It's difficult. That's why having a proficient developer or silo or a exclusive developer is good who can add value. But at the same time, right, there will be a problem here. Like let's say actually this guy is proficient in his way and this guy is proficient in backend. What happens actually within the team, actually they need to work it. He don't know, like you develop actually RESTful API and you give him like a code. Okay, you need to make a call this one. He won't understand that, right? I don't know what you want. You give me like a my format. He will say something else because his skill set is different. So there the problem arises. To solve them, right? Like we used to have like a initially tech lead and all actually, but eventually it went up like, okay, why we want actually a tech lead actually who can solve these two problems? Why actually if this guy, okay, front end, right? Okay, let him work on, let he be like a proficient on 80% on front end, and at least he needs to know like a 20% on the back end, how it is back end working. A fair idea, not like a he need to go and work on that one, but at least he should have like a fair idea. So same thing here. Okay, why I want actually like a 70% backend proficient. Let's split him like a 30%. He should work on the front end. Like if anything, actually, like a to communicate with these two guys, right? That's where the full stack technology grown, like the culture, right? Shifting towards okay, uh, both backend and front end tools. That's why you are always called you when you apply for a job, right? No matter what, uh, they will ask you full stack, whether they are really using it or not, or whether they are keeping you like a full backend specialist or full front end specialist. Of course, you will be going as a backend, the minimal. You will be going as a either backend or full stack. Okay, it's up to you actually. Uh, there is one more person DBA I didn't mention here. I didn't get chance. Uh, yeah, so uh, you will be called a full stack developer if you know little bit of the front end knowledge and back end, or vice versa, or 50-50 is also okay. It does not matter. So now coming back to here, right? uh, Today we will be developing a full stack application where there is a front end part, like we can see like a front end like a, which is developed on HTML. Let's start with the basic like HTML, and we will post some data or we'll read some data through this front end and back end. How they both interacted, we'll see it. So fortunately, we have Thymeleaf. I mean, there are many ways actually where you can do it, like a reactive programming, or React or Angular. Actually, you can use it. But today, in today's demo, we will be using Thymeleaf actually to do the full stack application. So before we step on to that one, do you have any questions?
No, sir. From me, no.
Okay. Okay. So when we are stepping onto Thymeleaf, right? Yesterday, actually, I commented out Thymeleaf, I think. So fortunately, it Spring Boot actually provided us a lot of relief in developing the full stack applications. And again, this is not a standard way for some reason. Okay, some applications, some real-time applications, they are still using it. It's I think Shahid or somebody is asking, right? How many real-time applications are using this one? There is no answer for this one. Anything can be a real-time application. For example, actually, you develop some useful content and you hosted it somewhere. That is a real-time application, and maybe actually it felt a legitimate. The tools whatever you use in that application, you felt like a legitimate, so you are going to use that one. There is no one is stopping to do that. Okay. There is no answer for that actually for Shahid question last time whatever he asked, like how many applications, real-time applications are using Spring Boot or Spring or anything, even Python or anything. uh, it's nothing about that one. Okay. So here also, right, we are actually using one of the Spring's favorite framework, Thymeleaf today. But it doesn't mean that actually like every where actually it's followed. Okay. Majority of them are not following. Okay. uh, Most of them are following a different formats called like a Angular, which is developed by Google, React, which is developed by Facebook. The APIs actually they are using it. But today we will be using the basic plain HTML. Okay. In order to do this one, right, Thymeleaf, we also need to have a supported package. If you go here, right, main, okay, main Java is our backend code. In resources, we need to implement static and templates, two folders we have additionally. So let's say now I am going to start here HTML file. Okay. So this is like a login HTML. Okay. So this is welcome. All I need, I develop like a HTML page. This is like a welcome. Now I need to this is the HTML, right? Now I need to bring that one, right? So how I can bring that one? I need to develop. I need to go back here. I need to develop a controller. It's not a REST controller, but let's see. Let me develop a class file, Java class. I will develop login. It's going to be a general controller. A general login controller. Is there login used? Okay. I need to change this one. Public string. Okay. I'm not doing anything. Or yeah, public string login. Yeah. Return success. No. Return. What I will do, I will give this HTML page login. Return login. And this is going to be my get mapping. So for the time being, actually get mapping here The root one, I'm commenting out. I'm not using it. And let's see if this page comes here. So I'm going here. I'm doing a Maven reload. Rerun. Okay, these are not required. Okay, we develop this one. Now we will go here, localhost. Let's say that what happens if I just enter. So what happened here actually, it return change. Look at this title. It changed to welcome. A return a HTML page that is this one.
Sir, we had not stored login.html in login console. Can you open login console? Okay, here login.html.
Yeah, so what I said, yeah, that's right. That's the beauty of our Spring Boot application. Here, right? I just mentioned login. So it goes within the templates, it finds what is the HTML file with this name. This is the name. And this is what actually rendered in your application. So if you want, right, go here, view page source. This is what actually your code.
Okay, we can give without without extension also. It will take to that name.
You don't need to give extension. By default, it takes HTML. I mean, we can customize that one, but that is not actually in our curriculum now. If any need comes, actually, I will explain you. We will focus more on Angular few days and React few days. Depends on that one. But this is just actually to your understanding, to step back ourselves actually to know like what is Java, what is Servlet JSPs. I'm starting here. I'm going little backward. Easiest way to difficult way and explaining what's the difference between them. Okay, now actually it went back. It returned just title. Okay, it's again HTML is like a pretty much markup language. It just have like a similar to HTML, XML's the tags, HTML. Okay, what it does is it's like at high level it's a HTML root element. You can say that within that root element we have actually head. That means headers. What headers we have in the HTML? It's if you write a on a paper, actually you have like a how you can segregate it. You have like a left margin, you have a header, and then you have the content, right? So your body is what actually your content. Whatever you write, it will be displayed there. Okay, now this is a login page, right? So when you hit it again, you need to restart. So this is what coming up. Whatever you mentioned here, right? This is what it's coming up. So whatever you write in this document, right? It comes up with with this one.
Okay, I got it.
Okay. Yeah. Any questions from others?
Actually with this HTML we can create HTML like image insertion. We can use all those tags, right? In this HTML. What?
Yeah, you can use everything. all the tags of your you can use them.
Okay. So whatever the file name we have to give in that control, it will
Mm-hmm.
it will access that HTML. It will give an output.
Right.
You
Just one
only
second.
created.
Yeah. So sorry. Go ahead. What you were asking?
Sir, you only created static and template two packages, or default will
Yeah,
it will be
I only
static?
created a static page. Nothing actually I created.
No, sir. Static and template packages. I'm asking. This file in resource.
Yeah, it came up actually when I created uh through Spring Initializer, right? It came up by default.
Oh. So, okay, sir. I understood.
Okay. So now, right, what we need to do here in HTML language equals to en, right? Along with this one, actually, we may be using like a Thymeleaf specific content here. So I mean, you can also go here, type in like a Spring Boot Thymeleaf. Let's go to our Spring Boot guides. Okay. So how you can specify that one? Controller, greeting, request param. So this is what actually you need to give this one. This tells that, okay, you are using Thymeleaf specific data, specific tags, not the HTML tags, but you will also using the Thymeleaf tags in your HTML. So this is what actually more important here. So we'll come here and we'll give, maybe this is not required en. Anyway, we are using en th. Right? So, but what I want right now, this message, I want to read it from the controller, Okay. How I can do it? Here in login controller, I can create a model. Okay. I can create a model as a uh, what it is, parameter. You don't need to pass it. Okay. Model. Within the model dot add attribute. You can keep it like a message, and welcome to login page. You just added here model dot add attribute, and you just added here. Now this one I will refer in my HTML. How? Instead of doing this one, I will mention th Thymeleaf, right? Th, and also look at this one. It's th colon text. Okay. Equals to. So this is what actually what you need to specify within the dollar and placeholder, like so. And this is closing statement. Within this one, okay, what I am going to do, I am going to specify message, which is coming from the model. Let's see actually what happens. No, it didn't display anything. Let me see it. What's the issue? th
Sir, you given two curly braces in for message.
Oh, okay. But that's not an issue. Let's see it. No, that's not an issue. Message MBSSAG. Let me refer here once. Yeah, it's same thing. Okay, let me add some statements. No.
So you given head, heading that by in eighth line. So can you remove the by heading tag?
Which heading tag? Eighth line. This
Yeah.
one.
No sir.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but still, I don't think actually it is. No, it's not coming. Something else actually is a problem.
Here it's showing equal is an error. Yeah, here only telling
Yeah,
error.
that's showing that one, but actually its documentation says it's same thing, right? TH text equals to. Okay, let me take this out. I think this is the problem. It shouldn't be in string. Mhm.
Sir, what is P here in this documentation?
P is just like a pretext. So if you look this one, right? First of all, let's see actually if the request is coming or not. So I will go network. Okay. This is how actually you can debug some issues. Network. Even you can practice actually, you're not developing anything, but still actually you can practice actually how the calls are going. So local host, right? I hit this one. So this is what my request it is. And response actually, if you look into this one, yeah, response did not come actually. Message only coming. Let me do a small modification. Exactly like this, I'll keep it. Hello. No, nothing. TH itself not rendered. Why? Think something we are doing wrong. Templates. Model is correct. Model only. Yeah, model is correct. Let me refer to another examples. Timeleaf JPA entity controller sign up add user. Index. Do I need to specify form here? Yeah, this is what actually th. This is field. Yeah, that's it. Th switch users. Text only. We are not missing anything. I'm not sure why it is. Timeleaf web controller timeleaf. Okay, default value world name timeleaf template. Yeah, we are doing exactly same thing. Within body, we have this, and we have doc type HTML. HTML, XML, NS. Mm, where is it?
Sir,
Templates only.
you need to use only PA.
Sometimes actually it could be the issue with cache. Oh, let me see it. No. So it's not required anything here to this. Something a small mistake it seems. TH text. Okay, let me use P itself as is here. Let me see if it works. What's the error? So it's coming actually, right? Welcome to login page. It's coming from this one. So what we did earlier.
Paste that message in heading file, but it will come, sir. Heading also is like a message, right?
Yeah. Time with me. Okay, what we did last time? TH colon text equals to. Okay. So it should be embed within like this.
Sir, after H1, we have to remove the less than symbol before
Right.
TH.
This symbol should not be there. Yeah. So now if I give H1, I think this will work. See, H1 is like a header message. Okay. H1 is nothing but a header message. So that's what actually we are doing it here. Otherwise, actually what we can do, pre text message. So we can use this way to display this one. H1 is for like there are actually again H1, H2, H3, H4. H2 stands for second level of message. So you can see the difference actually. What is higher level header one and subheaders? This is H1. This is H2. Okay. So restart this one. This is how you write a document, right? Like sometimes see H1 is bigger day header. Okay. Second one is smaller header. So likewise, actually you can use it. Now we need to go on to forms now. I think the time will take more time to enter the forms. So at high level, what I'm going to do, right? First, I will show you HTML. Let's take this one, HTML, new file. Or without this one, actually, what I'm trying to do. Today, at least in the meantime, actually, let me complete the basic HTML. Okay. So what I'm going to do here, the body is what actually the content where you need to write it, right? So within the body, what I'm going to do, I'm going to create input. Okay. Or first, actually, I'm going to create label. Not label. Let's take input type equals to text. So input is nothing but actually where you are giving is these are controllers actually. Okay. Within the HTML page, now actually what input type equals to text, right? Name equals to, let's say I will give like a username. So we'll come back on the username later, what it is. But what is input, right? Let's see it. What is input? Input is a controller where actually you can give something, some data, right? How actually your login pages generally, like for example, actually you want to join, you want to log in Gmail, right? This is as soon as you hit Gmail, it's coming to your login page where it is showing that you need to give like a input box, right? And then there is a button called next. Once you give the username, and in some places actually you see like a both username and password, and then go this one. So what we are going to do is actually we are going to develop both at same time. Okay, this is password. Okay, now if you look into this, I am restarting the server to show you. So I gave like a two input controllers. One is username, one is password. See like how they will be displayed here. They will be displayed side by side. But what I want to display them one after other. And how do I know actually this is username, this is password, right? So what I am going to do, I am going to add here a simple username equals to, okay, and then password. This is what I'm going to do it to mention like a way what is what. So what happens, right? After username, the input controller will be there. After username, that input controller will be there like this. You don't need to be on the server actually for this one. You can directly take this complete path because I am not actually talking to the server. I mean, I without server also it's still accessible. It's the local server, right? It's still accessible now, right? But still, actually, I see like a I want uh, username and password and then submit button. Okay, first learn about another button. There is one more concept within the input, right? No, submit. Okay, value equals to here. Actually, I will click like a submit. Okay, let's see what happens here. A button also came. Right? These are all controllers. Input means you are giving inputting. You are giving requests within the page. That's why they call like a input type. There are many controllers like this, controls actually like this. So what we are going to do here, something, and if you click on submit, it needs to make a request and then route it to a server. Right? That is what actually we are trying to do it. Now, right, this page, I want more elegant way. This is not efficient. I mean, this doesn't look good, right? It's everything coming in a line. So what I can do, right? I can create BR. That means break. If we do BR, right, it will go to the next line. It's like a your enter line. Look here, BR. It entered here, next line. So let's say actually if it comes next line, BR, if it's good. Mm, it's okay, good, but still actually not more elegant, right? So what I will do, okay, instead of doing this one, I have another concept. What I'm going to do, I'm going to create like a, I'm going to create a table, okay, with two fields or three rows, okay, two columns, Okay, so here, right, what I going to do, username, and here input text will be there, text input. Okay, here password. Okay, here text again, and within the center, right, I will merge these two columns. Okay, merge cells, and here actually I will put submit button. This will be like a little bit elegant looking, right, than what we have it now. So in order to do that, we have a table controller within our HTML. So it's table. Okay, you don't need to mention anything. Table. Within table. Within table. Okay, within table, we have actually TR, which means which represents table row. Actually, we have TH also. At this time, we don't need TH. Table header is not needed, right? With this one, we don't need table header. Table header is somewhat actually where we created with some values in the table header and then table rows, right? In that case, actually table header is right. In now actually table R. TR stands for table row. Okay. Or else actually I will comment it out. Table row. This is HTML comment. Within the HTML, actually, if you want to comment at anything, this is the way actually you can comment it out. Okay. Now again, TD, table data. This is nothing but table data. This is table data. So how many I want? 2 rows I want it in each section, right? Okay. Here, first row, what I want? User name. Here, what I want? First column. Second row, first column, what I want? Password. And this is going to be there in the second column. And password is going to be there in the second row, second column. Okay, so far we are good. I will come to this one, and what I'm going to do at this time, we have actually, okay, I put it here, and I don't need table data, so I will make it this one. So far I did this one. Okay, what I did, let me explain. I created a table. Okay. In table, actually, I need to create a table row. Table row contains 2 columns. 2 columns coming from TDs. Remember, actually, every opening statement need a closing statement. TD. Again, table row, second row. And this is third row. Third row, actually, I have only submit button. That's why I mentioned it one. Let's see how it works, how it looks. Yeah, look this one, properly aligned. But submit button coming into the first row, first column only. It didn't come to the middle, right? So if I want, right, in here actually Excel or anywhere, Word or anywhere, actually you can right click, select and merge actually cells. But here, this is HTML. So what you need to specify, right? Within this, while you are doing this one, right, in order to merge it, you need to specify calls equals to 2. I don't know what. Column span, this is column span equals to 2. What I am saying, okay, occupy actually two because it's HTML, right? Here actually it came up like a on top of the above table, actually everything came up like a 2 rows, 2 columns, sorry, 2 columns. Now actually what I am telling, I am asking actually HTML, okay, this row is going to be equal to 2 columns of the above row. It's still actually it is coming in the left side only. So now, right, what I'm going to do, align means it's like a just like how I need to align it. Align center. This TD will come and align center. Let's see actually if it works. No, column span didn't work. It's I think wrong. No, HTML call span. Yeah, calls. Oh, it's need to be on the row, not here. We need to specify this near row. So we specified at the table. I specified earlier actually at uh, table row level, but it needs to be at table data level. Now let's see if it is working. Yep. So this is the way actually we can create HTML, and this is like a pretty much basic, very basic. We will learn more and more actually using Bootstrap. What is Bootstrap? How you can create more elegant way, more appealing way the data, and we'll see actually how the data interacts between backend and frontend in coming class. Okay.
Okay, sir. Sir, have you taken this file URL in this one? Save
Okay.
this one.
Okay. So it's simple actually. You go here, right click. Okay. Now copy, right? Copy path reference. Copy path reference, absolute path. That's it. It will come into your clipboard. And all you need to paste it wherever you want. Okay.